Hi Scorpio, welcome to your changes reading. Welcome to Changes here. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. And the thing is, this could either be some changes you are making or things coming your way to be aware of. Okay, all right, Scorpio. All right, little change is good. Scorpio. 10 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Strength. Okay, that could be Leo. 4 of Cups. 4 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Wish you could see that better. There, put it right there. All right. Okie dokie. So we've got, two 4s, right? 10, 7, 8, 4, 2 4s, and 6. 6, 7, 10, 8, 2 4s. All right. So things are kind of calm right now. You have the advantage. But you haven't felt very stable or secure, or just feeling like you could find that connection that is stable, secure, or foundational, that you could build a foundation on. And there's more waiting involved. It's going to drive you nuts because that just fell out. But what do we got here? The 4 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. What is that all about? So we got frustration and waiting for something to come to fruition. There's that Strength card again. That was going to jump in the Fool. So patiently waiting for that new beginning, waiting for things to change for you, perhaps. All right. What's this? What's this 7 of Wands about for? Because this is about your legacy. This is about future. This is about finally feeling connected and stable. Is that with the person, or is that with something coming through for you? What is it? What's this 7 of Wands about for Scorpio? 2 of Swords. All right. So things are calm now. You know, you're holding down the fort. You're good. Feeling like, all right, I got this. And if it's almost like though if you don't feel peaceful about something, you're working to feel peaceful. Like you're working for that balance and peace, and it's like it's kind of work. It's rewarding. It pays off, but it is work to sort of feel at peace and not overwhelmed by, because if you didn't work at it, it would. That 9 of Swords showed up. But there's effort involved here. I shouldn't say work. There's effort involved in keeping things calm and stable and just sort of like that. Why though? What's this Strength card about? King of Swords. That could be, I read that as Gemini. This could be that you're talking to someone online, or it could be that you're just wanting to sort of have patience and understanding and watching a process unfold. Maybe talking to someone about next steps for you, or what to do, or just, it feels like there's a lot of effort in trying to sort of understand. There's a Queen of Swords. A shift, not a shift, a balance, a foundation, waiting for something to, trying, I hate to say tips and tricks, but it's almost like it's effort and mental energy spent trying to understand where you're at and to maintain where you're at, and also maybe understanding what you want to build for the future. It feels like you go back and forth with feeling like you got a grip on that, and then feeling like, oh my gosh, kind of like, where is this such and such that is supposed to be such and such? Like feeling like maybe you're not understanding why things can't be more calm, maybe why they feel chaotic, or why there's always such conflict or inner turmoil. What's this Four of Cups about for Scorpio? Nine of Cups. Okay. What's this Four of Wands about for Scorpio? Well, don't have to worry about that, do you? It's just Four of Wands because look at this right here. I mean, that's Page of Swords. All right. And these two jumped. Two of Cups and the Hermit, which could be Virgo. So you're and then this just fell out. The World, we got the Nine of Pentacles. This feels like you've been waiting for something to arrive. You've been watching, you've been waiting, you feel like you're ready. Why isn't it here yet? I'm doing all the right things. I've got the advantage. I'm taking care of this. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Why hasn't it shown up yet? Why can't I have the balance and foundation and hope and strength and patience and just everything flowing like it seems like everybody else does? Where is my flow? Where's my connection? Where's my balance? Where's my foundation? I'm working hard at it. I got it at the forefront of my mind. I'm understanding it. I'm working it. I'm working my plan. I'm doing all these things. Well, where is it? What's this Six of Pentacles about? Two of Wands. Okay, so this right here, the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups. It won't be long now. Consider, though, that where you're at now is what you're supposed to be doing or where you're supposed to be. It's actually quite fulfilling. Some of you are throwing things at the screen right now. But here's the thing. You're doing the work, and it's supposed to be, according to this, it's supposed to be its own reward. You working for that stability and semblance and balance in your life is supposed to be its own reward, and it's supposed to be working to attract. You don't know it yet. I don't think you see it that way because I think for the Scorpios I'm reading for, you're wanting more immediate results. There's sort of an impatience here, but it's actually quite fulfilling. The work that you've been doing to prepare for other or to prepare for what's coming is actually already here and quite fulfilling. You just haven't slowed down enough to notice it. Just saying, that's what's showing right here. And then we've got the Four of Wands and the Page of Swords, and it's like you're ready. Continue being ready. Keep actually doing what you've been doing. Because it's almost like, I forget the story. I want to say Sisyphus. Oh dear. I hope you can hear me this whole time because I had the mic over there. I just realized I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, where's the mic? Let me plug you in. All right. I want to say Sisyphus. But it's that story of pushing the rock up the hill. And every morning it rolls back down. You got to push back up. It turns out the goal wasn't getting the rock at the hill. That's going to be always how it is. It's always going to be work. It's always going to be a challenge. It's always going to be like, here we go again. But look how strong you became. For some of you, you're like, well, that's for the birds. But honestly, it's almost like the effort was its own reward because of the balance and stability that you end up feeling. And that, bear with me, realizing that or accepting that actually kind of calms down the need to have what you've been waiting for show up. In preparation for the thing to show up, and I think I'm talking about relationships here, it has made you a lot more stronger. It has fortified you. It's given you clarity and understanding. It gives you an advantage, certainly. And maybe I would submit that that's been overlooked. That you've been looking out there and wanting to sort of manifest and have that come to you, and it's actually a byproduct of that is look how strong you are now. Look how able you are to do all the things, to take care of yourself, to have your own freedom, have your own choice, have your own peace, have your own stability. All that's left is someone to share it with. And I don't know that that's what this started out to be. I think this was much more complicated, but everything you wanted in connection with someone else, you have already provided for yourself. You just haven't realized it. That's what's showing here. That's a lot. Okay. All right. And then we have, excuse me, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Well, it pays off. So all of this effort preparing for an arrival actually makes you stop and go, huh, look around me and I really like my life actually. And then that's when the thing shows up. Go figure. Is it a new job? It feels like, it feels like once you leave the pursuit alone, once you kind of sit back and watch and wait, and then it shows up. Which I hate it I hate it when people say that, because it's like such a smack in the face. You work for it, you put yourself out there, you're putting out resumes, or you're going on dating sites, you're doing all these things, and then someone says, when you least expect it, it'll show up. Oh, shut up. You shut your trash mouth. Talking that sense, no. And yet, this is saying when you stop and take stock of where you're at and what you did, and you're like, you know what? Actually, I'm good. Like, look what I did. I did the thing. And then you kind of back off on the effort. You kind of just all of a sudden are like, hey, I'm going to sit a minute and I'm going to enjoy what I've been creating. Instead of pursuing and wanting and manifesting, I'm going to kind of give it a minute and actually enjoy what's here now, what I've actually manifested and didn't realize it's actually here. And then you've got being rewarded for that, or the effort that you put in pays off here. So, okay, let's see what this is about. I think it's about a relationship, but what's this for Scorpio? What are we talking about here? Is this a relationship for Scorpio? Because it's not, this very well could be somebody, if it's a relationship, it could be somebody new you met, because this is someone that's up for reciprocating what you're willing to give. There's a lot of effort here. I think they see that when they get there, or they arrive, and it's like, oh, and then it feels like there's give and take. But it could be about a job or property or friends or, nope, too many. That was, yeah, that's, okay. That was for Scorpio here. What is this about for Scorpio? The moon. All right, so there's Pisces or Cancerian. Yeah, this could be somebody that you've been waiting, or just a situation that's been unsure about, that you've been preparing for it, trying to sort of mitigate the uncertainty, or trying to kind of coax some security by the amount of preparation you're doing on your end. You know, to coax some security out of somebody that you perceive being able to give you that security or make you feel secure. If it's not someone else, it's you feeling unsure about the future, feeling uncertain, not under, like, just, and so you're doing all this sort of preparation and, you know, getting things squared away and really, you know, kind of cleaning house emotionally and otherwise. And then the thing's still not here, but all of a sudden, look at all this progress. Look at what you've done for yourself. Look at how good you've prepared yourself, or how good you have it now. And it takes a lot of pressure off the pursuit. It takes a lot of pressure off of you wanting to be like, where is Scorpio? That's for Scorpio. King of Wands. I read that as Sagittarius. All right, so this, you never disappoint, because here's what it feels like. It feels like you're waiting for something. You did all the things in preparation for the something. The something didn't show up, and it kind of forced you to, you know, withdraw, only to look around and realize how prepared you were and how nice you have made it for yourself. And it takes a lot of you're like, okay, well, I would have rather this, but you know what? That didn't show up, but look at what a lovely space I made for it. And now I get to live in that space. It gets to be for me if I want it. Look at what I did. I did a thing. This is really cool. Look what I did for myself. So this is kind of you not getting what you thought you wanted, but in the meantime, you're like, hey, I didn't do too badly. And you're going to kind of leave that situation alone. But it reinforces your sense of pride, self-efficacy, feeling like you can go after what you want. There is someone that you there's an attraction to, and you don't really know how that's going to shake out. But looking around and seeing what you've made of your life in pursuit of that has got you feeling like you're on top of the world. Like you're like, you know what? Look what I did. I did a thing. Look at me. Like there's just this real sense of pride. A sense of pride and accomplishment, even though you didn't get what you set out to pursue. And yet, you are rewarded for your effort. Something, either a substitute or the thing shows up. It's a relationship, a job, whatever you have been preparing for that you didn't get, something else shows up in its place. So, don't be surprised if you actually are like, oh, hey, and it kind of calls your attention to a different thing. I feel like this is a relationship, but it could also be a job. It could just be opportunity in general. You didn't get what you were pursuing. That's still not here yet. You've backed off on that, and something else shows up that is potentially just as gratifying, and you're like, oh, hey. Well, hello. So keep an eye out, because what you've been wanting to call to you is not showing up yet, but something equal is. So if it's not the job, it's another job that you find you might go, oh, hey, well, this could work. Could be not the apartment or the house or where to live. Whatever you wanted is going to get supplanted or replaced with something of equal value. Okay, all right. Oh. What else for Scorpio? It's very important to you. It's something that you feel like you just, it's time for this. I want this in my life. This means a lot to me. This is what I'm really working for right now. Oopsie. 7 of Wands again. Right there. 7 of Wands. Trying to hold down the fort, managing all things, keeping everything going. Just when's it going to get here? Two of Swords. Isn't that funny? 7 of Wands, which was that, and then the 2 of Swords, which is, excuse me, that one. So there's calm and there's peace, and you're working hard to kind of keep all the things calm and in place and peace and this and that and whatever. But it's different than completely backing off from it. The plans have been made. There's preparation, and now we wait. But it's a good waiting. I think before it was like, when is this going to happen? What's going to be? At some point, you had backed off from pursuing it and tried to go over here and do a little bit of this. And you went over here. You varied your interests, right? At some point. Well, that paid off. Because now you get to really enjoy what you've created thus far. So it would kind of be like someone wanting, say it's a relationship, and so you get all your ducks in a row in your life. You clear out this, you get your such and such squared away, and then, oh, don't forget about this, and you know, you're nesting or you're doing all these things in preparation for that person to arrive, and there's delay after delay after delay, and you get so frustrated that you think, well, and then you look around and go, man, what a clean space I have, or look how ready I am. Everything's all clean and put away, or you know what I mean? Like you realize how good things, like you've made things for yourself. Okay. All right. So then this gets, not, instead of holding down the fort and trying to manage the peace, this is about feeling at peace and kind of just watching and waiting, but there's celebration and joy in that, and you're sitting for a spell. There's contentment. That's for Scorpio. Fire. Reckless actions lead to conflict. Okay, I feel like that's more about passion. I feel like this could have been the potential of seeing this differently. This could have been getting ahead of yourself and kind of being demanding, kind of going, well, I want this, I've done all this, feeling owed. And I don't feel like, I mean, this could of course be a possibility, but I feel like this right here is showing up, sort of neutralizing that. Logic, intuition, clarity of thought, not wanting to create chaos. So the drive and the passion is there, but the action is calm. The action is receptive. It's not pursuant. So you're not creating drama, basically. All right. Well, there's nothing wrong with drama or passion, but you're not being reckless. That's counteracted by the calm and logic here. Okay. Okay. This one. What else for Scorpio? What's for Scorpio? Heart space. Yeah, this isn't. So this is something that you're attached to. This is actually pretty good though, because you're in a much better place to receive it after you do that whole 180 and look around and go, oh, you know what? This is this is something really nice that I've created here, with or without the thing. So there's an attachment to it, but you've also created a very nurturing environment. You've created a very nurturing space, with or without the arrival of the thing that you want. So this kind of fits with this right here. This whole feeling content and at peace and receptive. All right. This could be you're waiting and it finally happens. Just saying. You're waiting and you finally get your reward. You finally get what is due you after waiting. What else for Scorpio? Of course, that's just more waiting, right? That's which I kind of want you to sit and enjoy where you're at. But okay, that's for Scorpio. That's just me though. 10 of Cups reversed. King of Cups reversed. So that could be Pisces. Okay, so all right. This could be you were feeling emotionally manipulated. This could be a situation that you're not feeling very happy about your chances for finding connection with other, or just feeling discontent or unhappiness about relationship prospects. Feeling like you haven't had much luck or success in love and feeling unhappy about that. Feeling like you're not meeting people that you're aligned with the same values, and it's not so much romance anymore. You really want that longevity and that stability. You're shifting your focus, you're shifting your priorities. You don't want to feel emotionally manipulated anymore, or I hate to say deal with an emotional tyrant, but this very well could be your values changing and shifting, because it goes from kind of superficial and sort of contrived and controlling, hence the preparing for the arrival and wanting to make it just so, and okay, I've made this perfect, now you're gonna stay, right? Or we're doing the thing, it's happening, right? Because I've done my part. It shifts to, you know what, I don't want to be manipulated like that. Like I don't want it to be about having to control and manage all the time. I want to back off from that. I want peace. I'm not going to try and manage and control this, unstable foundation anymore. It could be, again, your priorities and focus shifting to longevity, stability, what is enduring and what lasts. And that also has a shift for you enjoying what you've created for other and actually enjoying it yourself, and kind of feeling like you did well, and that you don't have to wait if you don't want to. You all of a sudden you have all this choice because you did all this on your own without the thing, but then the thing shows up. So I mean, and I call it the thing because it could be a job, it could be, but I mean, it's probably a relationship you want. But you know what I don't like about this? The only thing that's frustrating is like, you know what? It's always after the fact, isn't it? It's right when you get your head straight and head squared away, then it shows up. And you're like, you know what? Where were you 3 months ago when I was ready? But this is happiness and contentment, and then it happens. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like when you look around and when you stop and you're like, oh, I'm good. I don't, then that, really? Now it shows up? Could also be, again, something just as enticing or valuable, but different. Go figure, right? Okay, all right. I hope this was helpful. I'm just as flabbergasted as you are. I can't believe. I hope to see you in the next reading, Scorpio. Much love to you. Take care.